Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt like your body was no longer your own? That familiar warmth, that quiet strength you once trusted, gone. All that's left is a stillness, a heaviness, as if the very blood that once surged through you had simply forgotten how to move. If that worries you, please know you're not alone. According to the National Institutes of Health, over 60% of men past the age of 60 are silently struggling with poor circulation in the pelvic region. It often comes with cold limbs, heavy legs, morning fatigue, and a growing sense of doubt toward the body they once knew. But here's the part that most people never hear. It's not just about age. And it's not always about hormones. Sometimes it's something as simple as making the wrong choice in the first hour of your day. In this video, I'll show you a food that seems harmless, but when eaten at the wrong time, it can slow your blood flow and quietly take away what matters most. Then I'll guide you toward a simple, natural, and gentle solution. Something you can do right at home to help restore the energy, the confidence, and the quiet power that once defined you. Are you ready for that change? Every morning, millions of men over 60 begin their day with a familiar ritual: a hot cup of coffee, a slice of toast, maybe a neat, sweet, and convenient bowl of cereal. It looks harmless. It even seems healthy. But few realize that very breakfast might be the silent reason why blood flow to the lower body begins to slow, why energy fades, and why a natural sense of masculine vitality seems to disappear. The reason is simple. After an overnight fast, your body becomes especially sensitive to whatever you put into it. This is a critical window, a time when your hormones, your blood vessels, and your body's ability to produce nitric oxide all hang in delicate balance. But refined white bread, sugary cereals, and sweetened coffee disrupt that balance. They spike your blood sugar, inflame your vascular lining, and trigger tiny capillaries to tighten, restricting the flow of blood to the very areas that need it most. You might notice heavy legs, a cold lower belly, or a strange numbness in the morning hours. And over time, that simple pattern can quietly steal your body's ability to heal, to restore itself the way it once did. But here's the good news. Your body has not given up. It's simply waiting for the right signal, starting with the very first bite of your morning. Many men in their 60s believe that a fading sensation in the lower body is simply part of aging, that it's the natural law of time, that when testosterone drops, everything else must decline too. But the truth is far more complex. In most of the cases I've seen firsthand, the issue wasn't hormones, it wasn't age, it was circulation. And more specifically, a quiet deficiency in one small but powerful molecule, nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as the ignition switch that starts blood flow in the pelvic region. It tells the vessels when to open, allowing blood to flow exactly where your body needs it each morning. Without enough of this molecule, that natural flow weakens. The blood can't reach the tissues that matter most, leaving behind a sense of dullness, cold, and something harder to describe, a quiet absence of vitality. After the age of 60, your body begins to lose its natural ability to make nitric oxide, and tragically, most men never know it's happening. They simply assume they're getting older, when in fact, it's the body whispering a warning, a silent cry from blood vessels that are struggling to stay open. You might feel it through small signs, waking up without the familiar sensations, Heavier legs, less motivation, or just that subtle sinking thought. I don't feel like myself anymore. But here's the hopeful part. Nitric oxide can be restored, and the key might be sitting quietly on your breakfast plate. The first food, spinach. When you hear the phrase restoring circulation to the lower body, you might immediately think of medication or perhaps some rare, expensive superfood that's hard to find and even harder to prepare. But the truth is the opposite. The first key is something humble, familiar, and often overlooked. A simple green leaf known to nearly everyone, spinach. Spinach isn't just a garnish on your salad plate. It's one of the richest natural sources of nitrate, the very compound your body transforms into nitric oxide. And when you eat spinach in the morning, this transformation begins powerfully. Often before you've even stepped out the door, just a small portion, a handful of steamed spinach or blended into a smoothie can activate circulation around the pelvic region. It helps bring warmth, flow, and vitality back to areas that have quietly felt cold or unfamiliar. According to researchers at McMaster University, consuming nitrate-rich vegetables in the morning can increase blood vessel dilation within just a few hours, which means if used correctly, your body may begin to feel a difference that very same day. You might stir a handful of spinach into your morning smoothie, or simply saute it lightly in extra virgin olive oil and enjoy it alongside your main breakfast dish. That warming sensation in your core, lighter legs, a quiet return of inner strength. It can all begin with a vegetable you may have passed over 100 times. Many people ask me, spinach is great. I'm sure, but it doesn't matter when I eat it, right? Nutkite, the timing of spinach consumption makes all the difference, and no moment is more powerful than the morning. After a full night of rest, your body is like an engine that's been turned off, waiting to be restarted. At that very moment, your hormones are recalibrating, your blood vessels are in a temporary sleep mode, and your natural nitric oxide levels are at their lowest point of the day. That's why so many men wake up with heavy legs, a cold lower belly, and a sense that something is missing. It's not the weather. It's not your sleeping position. It's your circulation that hasn't yet been awakened. But when you give your body spinach at the right time before 9 a.m., the natural nitrates inside begin a powerful biological chain reaction. They turn into nitrites, then into nitric oxide, exactly when your body needs it most. And the result, by mid-morning, your blood vessels gently expand, blood begins to flow freely. Oxygen is delivered to where it matters most, and you begin to feel lighter on your feet, a warm sensation in your core, the quiet return of your natural signals. One patient once told me, "I've always eaten spinach, but I used to have it at dinner. Nothing ever changed. Then I started eating it in the morning, and it felt like someone flipped a switch inside me." Right timing, right body, real results. That's how you turn a handful of ordinary greens into a natural source of lasting vitality. The second food, plain Greek yogurt. You've probably heard of spinach. You might even understand the role of nitric oxide. But what no one may have told you is this: the power of spinach can double when it's paired with the right digestive support. And that support comes from Greek yogurt and fresh berries. Picture your digestive system like a central transit hub. If it's inflamed, sluggish, or slightly imbalanced, then even the healthiest food may struggle to be converted into nitric oxide effectively. This is the part most men overlook. Gut health is the foundation of blood flow. Greek yogurt, rich in live cultures. helps balance your gut microbiome. It calms inflammation. And it allows your body to process nitrates from spinach smoothly and efficiently. Now, what about berries? Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries? They contain anthocyanins, natural compounds that protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly, and the vitamin C in berries. It acts like a shield, helping nitric oxide stay active in your bloodstream for longer. The result: you don't just improve circulation for an hour or two, you maintain a steady flow of energy and clarity throughout the morning. A morning smoothie with spinach, Greek yogurt, and a handful of berries. It's not just a meal, it's a recipe to awaken your blood flow, restore your spark, and reclaim your inner strength. The third food, avocado. Not many people believe that an avocado, a soft, creamy fruit often used in smoothies, could serve as a kind of lubricant for the aging circulatory system. But that's exactly what modern science confirms. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the heart-healthy fats that help keep blood vessels soft, flexible, and open. By the time you reach your 60s, the walls of your arteries slowly begin to stiffen with age. And this stiffening can make blood flow more difficult, especially to the lower parts of the body. Avocados help slow that stiffening process. They also provide potassium, a vital mineral that regulates blood pressure and helps prevent blood vessel constriction. In fact, did you know that avocados contain even more potassium than bananas? Here's where it gets even more interesting. When you combine avocado with nitrate-rich foods like spinach, it enhances your body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. These are essential nutrients for vascular health and the maintenance of core masculine vitality. Just half an avocado each morning mashed onto a slice of whole grain toast or blended into your smoothie is like giving your blood vessels a gentle oiling, helping circulation flow smoothly, steadily, without resistance. A simple breakfast addition, yet it brings a soft energy, a brighter mood, and a calm, steady flow from head to toe. The fourth food, dark chocolate. When people think of chocolate, most imagine a sweet dessert, or perhaps a guilty pleasure best saved for special moments. But there's one kind of chocolate, pure dark chocolate, with 70% cacao or more, that offers more than just pleasure. It offers power for your blood vessels. Dark chocolate is rich in flavonols, a class of powerful antioxidants that stimulate the production of nitric oxide, helping blood vessels expand and boosting circulation throughout the entire body. A study published by Harvard Medical School revealed just a few days of consuming a small amount of dark chocolate in the morning led to measurable improvements in both blood flow and arterial pressure. Even more fascinating, the flavonols in dark chocolate help preserve vessel flexibility, reducing what some call the traffic jam effect in the lower abdomen, one of the first areas affected by aging. But a word of caution, not all chocolate delivers these benefits. Only pure dark chocolate, low in sugar and high in cacao, retains enough flavonols to positively impact heart and circulatory health. You might enjoy 2 small squares of dark chocolate in the morning, alongside a cup of unsweetened black coffee, or blend it into a smoothie with avocado and spinach. The bitterness of cacao awakens your mind, while its nutrients quietly awaken your blood flow. A sweet indulgence, yes, but one that is refined, restorative, and built to support a man's energy and presence well beyond his 60s. The fifth food, pomegranate juice. There was once a fruit revered by ancient kings, a jewel-like treasure known as the elixir of masculine strength. Today, modern science nods in agreement. That fruit is pomegranate. Beneath its thick, ruby red skin lies a powerful concentration of nutrients that can dramatically ignite blood flow. Just 100 milliliters of pure pomegranate juice each morning can bring about noticeable changes within days. Why? Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, anthocyanins, and elagitannins, a trio of compounds that stimulate the production of nitric oxide, protect the inner lining of your blood vessels, and help relax the capillaries. Around the pelvic region, this effect has been confirmed in studies published in the Journal of Urology and by McMaster University. But pomegranate does more than trigger a short burst of circulation. It retrains your blood vessels, helping them stay open longer, creating a flow that's more stable, more lasting. The warmth begins to return. Your hands and feet no longer wake up cold. And in the places that once felt distant, you begin to sense the quiet spark of renewal. All it takes is a small glass of pure, undiluted, unsweetened pomegranate juice, a daily ritual that honors your body and speaks to something deeper within. Pomegranate isn't just a drink. It's a symbol of restoration, of silent strength. Returning to a place you once thought had faded. Each food you've just discovered carries its own distinct power. But when combined into a single morning ritual, they don't just add up. They create a synergy, a ripple effect that touches multiple layers of your body. Spinach is the spark, the first flame that awakens nitric oxide, opening up blood flow to the lower body, encouraging dormant arteries to expand again. Greek yogurt and berries are the quiet support team, soothing your gut, calming inflammation, feeding the good bacteria, and laying the groundwork so your body can absorb nitrates and transform them into nitric oxide more efficiently. The anthocyanins in berries also protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. Avocado serves as the keeper of flow, softening blood vessels, improving their flexibility, stabilizing your blood pressure, and helping your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins that nourish your arteries and natural hormonal systems. Dark chocolate is the catalyst, elevating nitric oxide to its peak. Even a small piece in the morning helps your circulation glide more smoothly, delivering oxygen and nutrients exactly where they're needed at exactly the right time. And finally, pomegranate juice is the guiding force, the bold finisher that strengthens your entire vascular network, expanding the capillaries and helping you maintain lasting, stable circulation. Together, they work in quiet harmony, gentle, powerful, deep, no medications, no surgeries, no fear, just one intentional breakfast. And with that, you begin the journey of reclaiming your vitality from the inside out. Dear friend, aging may bring silent changes, moments when you feel like you're falling behind. But as you've just seen, not everything has to surrender to time. With just 5 simple foods each morning, you can gradually warm the flow within your body and send signs of life back to the places that may have quietly fallen asleep. No flashy promises, just consistency, the right choices, and a gentle act of listening to your body. You may begin to feel clearer, lighter, and more fully alive with each passing day. Don't underestimate the small steps. A glass of pomegranate juice, a spoonful of yogurt, a piece of pure dark chocolate, each one could be the beginning of a stronger, better version of you. Start tomorrow morning. Choose the food that feels right for you and repeat it each day as a gift you give to yourself, not for anyone else, but for you. If today's message made you pause and think, yes, this is exactly what I needed, then tap the like button and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Which of these foods will you try first? What surprised you the most? Leave a comment below. I'm always listening, wishing you health, peace, and the quiet strength that only time and wisdom can bring. I'll see you in the next video.